of Memphis are deeply saddened by the tragic event that has just occurred in our city, and we extend our deepest sympathies to Dr. King's family. Every conceivable effort is being made to apprehend his assassin. Meanwhile, we call upon all citizens of our community, as Dr. King would have wished, to maintain peace and order.
What's your emergency?
I was at work. We had heard that Dr. King had been assassinated, and everybody was in an uproar about him being assassinated, and we had public transportation. It wasn't like it is today. Everybody in the house has a car. We used public transportation. And I can remember getting on the bus headed home, going down H Street, which is from where the printing office is, all the way down to where it runs into Benning Road. And for Afro-Americans at that time, that was our downtown. Where we lived, we went to H Street. That's where we went shopping. We didn't go all the way downtown to Woody's, down on F Street, G Street. Sometimes you would, but most of our shopping was done right there. And that's where we shopped forever. And coming home that afternoon on the bus, our shopping area was on fire on both sides. Everybody started screaming, so upset. It was burn, baby, burn. I literally thought the world was coming to an end. I really, really did. And on top of that, I was pregnant with my daughter, Michelle. And I tried to explain to her, this is off a little bit, but I go deep. I was trying to explain to her about all of the babies that were born in 1968 that were downloaded in their mama's womb with all of that energy of burn, baby, burn, and are we gonna die? Is the world coming to an end? And all of that energy. And I think about what Dr. King said in one of his letters. He said, oh my God, he said that a number of things he said, but the one thing that I'm focusing on now is he said nonviolence. I don't know if you all can catch this or not, but I've been trying to tell people for years, Dr. King was a prophet, and he said that use nonviolence, because if you use violence, violence will go into generations of unborn children. All of that energy, and what are we dealing with today? That energy, because the way the world is made up of matter, nothing leaves. We don't see it, but nothing leaves. And that energy, those seeds sown, all of that we were downloading has been passed on to generation without prevention, without the non-marketable. I can remember seeing documentaries of where they were training people not to fight back. This is what they're going to do to you. They're going to put the dogs on you. They're going to put the water hoses on you. They're going to beat you. They're going to do this, that, and the other. But they were taught not to fight back because peace is the way. And he said, I can go back to my office and pull off that book of letters that he wrote from Birmingham prison and tell you what he said verbatim. begging and pleading us because it's going to go into unborn generations of children. This violence, the violence that we saw, all of the burn, baby, burn, all of the hatred, all of everything that has gone on. But look at the beauty that came out of it. What was the beauty that came out of 1968? We began to go out in the suburbs and take the land. Through the bills that were passed, people were able to buy homes, and so many things were happening. Jobs were opening up in the government. You see, you can always look at the negative and say, nah, 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 but in this life, you're going to have minuses and pluses. They got to be there. It's got to be a balance. So we can look at it, but we can look at how we advanced, but it was warfare and it was horrific, and that's the only way you're going to get any kind of change.